Hello, everybody. Today, our project is on Canada and United Kingdom trade by Julian, Sunny, Derek, and Tao.
Okay, so our trade item is the syrup. Um, Terms of trade, products and quality. Canada exports high quality syrup. Pricing and payment. Prices based on market rates and payment due within 2 weeks. Shipping. Canada covers shipping to the port. Customs and duties. UK reduces tariff fees for Canadian maple syrup. Duration 5-year term renewable. Benefits of United Kingdom and Canada trade agreement. So Canada's benefits: access to a larger market, increases export revenue, and also job creation. And UK's benefits: access to higher quality maple syrup, diversified import portfolio.
So I'm now going to talk about the currency for United Kingdom and Canada. Currently, the stronger currency is the United Kingdom currency, also known as GBP. This allows the imports to be cheaper and encourages more imports. On the other hand, Canadian currency, also known as CAD, are currently weaker, and due to the weaker currency, imports to another country can be cheaper, further encouraging trades between countries. The weaker currency also makes Canadian exports like maple syrup more competitively priced in UK market. The conversion of the currency for now is £1 for $1.73 CAD and $1 CAD to 0.58 GBP.
So there is a correlation between currency and trade. So if a country has a trade surplus, meaning that it exports more than it imports, then the demand for the country's good is higher, meaning that there's more demand for the use of that country's currency, leading to it increasing in value. And the opposite is true for trade deficit, where a country is importing more than they're exporting. This means that there is less demand for the country's goods, therefore less demand for the country's currency, and of course that will lead to that currency depreciating in value. Now, moving on to specialization. So, specialization is essentially a country focusing its resources on the production of one particular good to create a comparative advantage in trading. So it basically increases productivity and expertise, and it allows producers to utilize resources that they want to produce the most efficiently. So, how does specialization work between Canada and the UK in our trade agreement? So, due to the factor endowment of natural resources in Canada, Canada should be specializing in producing maple syrup, which is more beneficial. And combined with human capital, Canada has both comparative and absolute advantage over the maple syrup supply, which is why Canada should be trading maple syrup. Now, going back to the United Kingdom, we're going to be talking about its imports, top imports and exports. For the top five goods that the UK imports, they are machinery, vehicles, pharmaceuticals, electronics, and crude oil. For the top five exports, it's also machinery, vehicles, pharmaceuticals, and electronics, but the last one is precious metals. Now, there is another famous product that the UK is known for that is not in the list, which is tea. And also, the top two trading partners of the UK are United States and Germany.
Now we'll talk about the UK's trade balance. The current trade balance they have, the trade deficit has been narrowed to £7.8 billion in Q1 2024. Their goods deficit has been reduced by £3.1 billion to £45.9 billion. Their services surplus increased by £1.6 billion to £38.1 billion. Lastly, their imports versus exports. Imports fell more than exports. Now, for the overall 2023 figures, their exports were worth £865 billion. The exports were £898 billion, and their total trade deficit was £33 billion. Now, for the factor endowments, what are factor endowments? They are quantity and quality of resources that a country has available for production. Now, for the UK's factor endowments, they have human capital, which is highly skilled workforce, particularly in sectors such as finance, engineering, and technology. Secondly, you have capital, which is advanced infrastructure, significant investment in technology and R&D. Thirdly, we have natural resources, that being limited compared to Canada, but that also includes oil and gas in the North Sea. Lastly, we have technological innovation. We have a strong emphasis on innovation, supported by top universities and research institutions in the UK. Now let's look at Canada's factor endowments. We have natural resources at the top. We have abundant natural resources in Canada, including oil, natural gas, minerals, and extensive forests. And this is where the maple syrup part comes in, because this is useful for producing maple syrup. We have land, being a vast agriculture land supporting a large agricultural sector. Thirdly, we have human capital, consisting of well-educated workforce with strengths in natural resource management, technology, and healthcare. Lastly, we have capital, that being investments in resource extraction and technology sectors. We will talk shortly about the absolute and comparative advantage. So from our research, we have not found any significant absolute advantage from the UK, seeing as it is a relatively small country. However, on the comparative advantage side, they have human capital, being because the UK has a highly skilled workforce with expertise in financial services and other services. And secondly, we have finance. The UK leads in financial innovation, including fintech and digital banking solutions.
Thank you for listening to our presentation, and we wish you have a nice day.